Hey there, hi there, ho there, friends. It's your old pal Michael, and it is a beautiful, hot 4th of July. And many don't know this, but my family's been gone for a week, and I've been home alone, and I've had not a lot to do. So I've been texting with friends and asking friends to send me questions because I wanted to do an AMA style, like an Ask Me Anything style question about my business so that you would know more about me and my business and why I do what I do and what I do. So I figured I'd start with the first question. What inspired me to start my travel agency? Well, I didn't start a travel agency. I joined Travelmation. Travelmation was started by a gentleman named Adam Duckworth, I think about 11 years ago. And we already broke 2,000 agents. And my why for why I joined Travelmation was from the day I met my supervisor and the family of Travelmation. They've treated me with the utmost respect. Things that I didn't know, they made sure I knew before I realized I didn't know what I didn't know. Why did I want to be a travel agent? I have been trying to be in the travel sphere for probably 10 years. And it was just something I loved. I loved it. It all started with the Disney as it does with most. But it's grown to so much more than that. And it's just something I've wanted to do for a long time. And it's my way of doing my gig. I've been in the hospitality business my entire life. So serving people is just what I do. And I love it. So what makes the travel agency I'm with different than others? So I'm going to break this off into two pieces. First, let's talk about Travelmation. Travelmation, what makes it different? We are customer service first. I think that was most important. Customer service first. They made sure, just like they made sure I was bought into their company, we make sure that our customers for our agents are bought into us. And that's the second half is anybody can go on and book a vacation. You're not choosing a travel agent for the most part to save money, maybe to get a good deal every now and again or to learn, but you're hiring us for what we know. The knowledge that we're getting, you're hiring us to get that in a sense for free. Everything that I know, everything that my team knows. Remember, I said we're 2,100 agents. That it's not just knowledge that's in here; it's in all their heads as well. And we all communicate with each other every day. We have a forum that we all talk. I mean, thousands of messages a day going back and forth between us. What destinations do I specialize in? I love cruising. That is my ultimate go-to. I love cruising and I love Disney. Can I do everything? For the most part, I can book everything, but what I really like to focus on and hone down on is family cruising, luxury cruising, group cruising, and then Disney. That's what I like to do. Can you tell us an experience as a Caribbean vacation specialist? Yes, I've had a few people that I've sent down to the Caribbean, myself included. The number one thing now remember, this is all my opinion and everyone has different opinions. My opinion was the Caribbean is absolutely beautiful, but go in the winter. Unless you like hot humidity, it was too much for us. I mean, we live in Arizona where it's hot. The most memorable trip I planned for a client. This was a really good question that was sent in. It was probably my first Disney trip. And it was for my good friends, the Tillets. And it was like my first big Disney trip that I sent them on. And right before they left, I kind of looked at the weather and I'm like, it's going to rain. So I sent the four of them ponchos from Amazon, and they arrived at their house, like I think 2 days before they left. They got them. And then they sent a picture to me of them all in their ponchos in the rain. And it was really special. And they're really special people to me. And that was a really cool moment. One of the other questions was, how do I stay updated on travel trends and deals? Our company, one of the things I really love about it is every single Tuesday, the entire company gets together and we do what we call Training Tuesdays. And we have 4 to 6 companies, vendors come in, like a Royal Caribbean, Beds Online, Expedia, all kinds of different companies come in and we get time with them. In addition to that, we'll do Tuesday night trainings. And then a lot of us are involved in different like cohorts or groups, and we do Zoom meetings a lot. I mean, I'm on Zoom with my teammates a lot, and we're always talking about, hey, what's working for you? What's working for you? Hey, this didn't work for me. You know, here's a hesitant. Be careful when you do this, stuff like that. The team at Travelmation is very good about sharing with others. So if I don't know something, I can go to them, or if I do know something, I can pass it along to someone else, and that makes us all stronger. We are definitely a giving team. What advice do you have for someone planning their very first cruise? Well, I did a video on this morning, and I posted it on my social medias about Disney Cruise. But I think that the number one thing is don't knock it till you try it. Cruising is addicting, and it is a blast. It's a ton of fun. And I think that once you do it, you will love it. Can you get seasick? Yes, absolutely. Especially if you go and there's a storm coming, you can get seasick. There's things you can do to prepare yourself. My wife brings the medicine for the kids, and we pre-take it every single day just in case. And it's just that peace of mind for us. But how could you not love a cruise? Great activities, great relaxation, comfortable beds, all you can eat, all you can drink. It's a wonderful experience. The best bang for your buck on a vacation, in my opinion. Let's see here. Explain the benefits of booking with a travel agent versus doing it online yourself. This was one of those, I kind of answered this earlier. The benefit you get by choosing a travel agent, in my opinion, is you're getting our knowledge for free. So yes, you're going to get the flights for pretty much the same price. You're going to get the hotels for pretty much the same price. What you're going to get from us is we're going to tell you, hey, if you want to do this excursion, if you want to go do this, use this vendor. They've been reliable. They haven't left a customer stranded. If you want to do this, go this time, not that time. That's the kind of stuff where you're going to save yourself some heartache and some stress on your vacation, and at no or very little cost to you from us. What are some common mistakes travelers make when planning a trip? Well, I'll tell you one of the biggest mistakes is overpacking. I think that like planning too much and overpacking, or those two things, I think are probably right up there with that. And I am guilty of that as well. How do you handle unexpected travel disruptions from your clients? This was a great question. I just had a couple go on a cruise last week. They went and did the Eastern Caribbean, the same one that I did last month. And before he left, I told him, I go, listen, you're going to have a great time. These are the things to look forward to. And please do not stress out if there's an air problem. And maybe I shouldn't have said that because he had air problems coming home. And I think it took 32 hours to get home for him. And I felt horrible about it. But I told him, I go, just, you know, when you go to the airport, go in with a level head, go in calm, and just, there's not much you can do. And unfortunately, his flight got delayed on the second leg, and there wasn't much I could do. There wasn't much I could do. I told him the right things to say and who to say it to, and he ended up getting some flights home. But yeah. Can you share some tips on traveling on a budget? I think the biggest thing is book as early as you can, and that'll save you the most money. Right now, all vacations are popular. People are spending money and going on vacations because for the last few years, it's been limited. So what I can tell you now is if you want the cheapest vacation next year, book it now. Now is when the prices are going to be the lowest. You will not find a last minute deal. You may, but it's not going to be what you want. The cheapest prices are when the itineraries or vacations are first listed or when the flights first come out. That's when it's going to be the cheapest. So that would be my budget tip. And a travel agent can help you on budget trips as well. We don't just do fancy, expensive trips. We can help you on a budget trip. Hey, you need a hotel in Vegas. I can help you with that, you know, for free. So what are some of the advantages of an all-inclusive resort? I think the biggest advantage is you don't have to worry about spending any money while you're there. All-inclusive resorts are fantastic because it's going to include all of your food, all of your beverages, maybe some activities depending on the place you go to, but you don't have to worry about being nickel and dimed. Once again, that's why I love cruising. Everything is included. It's hard. We just did a land and sea where we went on the cruise ship and everything was like all you could eat. Hey, I'm hungry. Let's go eat. And then you turn around, get off the ship and go to Disney World. And it's like, oh, it's $4 a Coke. Oh, I want that slice of pizza. It ain't free no more. It's $6. How do you want a vacation? Do you want a stress-free vacation? All inclusives may be the way to go for you. How do I tailor travel recommendations to each client's preferences? Well, a lot of that is when we first meet and start talking about what you're looking for, I have a list of a lot of questions I'll ask you. And from those questions, I'm able to determine what your needs are. Not what you say you need, but what you really are meaning you say. Because sometimes you don't know what you don't know. You don't know the right questions to ask. So I'll ask some leading questions that'll get me to the answers that I think are best for what you truly do need and you want. And it may take us a few times to go back and forth and research. Sometimes I'll even send videos of what I'm talking about if I'm not able to fully explain it, because sometimes that helps a little bit. But it's my job to make sure that you fully understand and I understand what you're wanting. What are the top family destinations you recommend? Family destinations are Disney. I love them. If you're not a Disney person, and there's a lot of people that aren't Disney, and that's okay, there's some really fun places. Branson, Missouri, Dollywood, going to Gatlinburg, great. There's some destinations in Florida. If you want like the beach, we can go to Destin, Captiva, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. There's some really fun places in Florida. If you're looking for mountains, there's some great ranches up in Colorado that would be fantastic. Yellowstone, up inside that area. There's lots of different places. The Grand Canyon is an amazing destination that you can go to. Take the Grand Canyon Railroad, stay down in Williams, take the Grand Canyon Road up to the South Rim and tour around up there. There's some really fun vacations at every budget that we can put you together. What is my favorite travel destination and why? I love Disney. That's, I grew up as a baby going to Disney, and I was just talking to my mom the other day about it. I've been going to Disney, if not every year, every other year, my entire life up until I was in my 30s. And then I started going like several times a year. Disney was it for me. If I took Disney out of there, my favorite travel destination, I love Texas. I just love the feeling and the vibe of Dallas was very cool. I took my wife there and we went to Grapevine and we went to the Gaylord there and it was fantastic. We went to Waco. Parts of Waco is just absolutely gorgeous. The Great Plains area is fantastic. I love Memphis. I've never been to Nashville, but that's on my bucket list. I'd love to go there. But Memphis, there's parts of it that are just fantastic. And I like some parts of the East Coast. I really enjoy, where do we go? Like the Washington, D.C. area. And it's for the history that I just really love to learn that kind of stuff. And I've been there quite a few times in that Virginia and in area over there. It's fantastic. And there's just so much to do. Our kids, as soon as they get a little bit bigger, will go to that. But for now, they're just a little bit too young to appreciate it and understand it. Okay, can you explain the process of booking a group trip or a destination wedding? Okay, those are two things that are kind of tied together, but really completely different. Let's talk group trips. What's a group trip? A group trip is usually going to be 5 to 8 rooms or more that I can bundle together and get you a better deal or added amenities onto your vacation, usually a little bit of both. And that could be anywhere from 8 rooms up to 100 rooms, 200 rooms, a full ship, a full resort, however we want to do that. The nice thing with groups is you're going to get the absolute lowest bottom rate. And the nice thing is you're going to get the cool amenities that they add on there. If you do a cruise group, the amenities you can get are things like champagne in your room, chocolate covered strawberries in your room. You can get a private dining room private party room for your group to go together. We can do meeting spaces on ships. Same thing with resorts. We can get private rooms, private like banquet style rooms. For destination weddings, same type of deal. About 5 rooms starts the group rate with the destination wedding. The more rooms you add, the more perks you get. Some of the perks you can get as a destination wedding is they may discount the wedding services or the add-ons that you would normally get for the wedding. It's not a big area that I've got a lot of experience in, but this is the year I'm going to be adding that to my repertoire and learning as much as I can about the destinations wedding, because there is a lot of money in it, and it's like a whole nother world, and I'm super excited to get into that. Okay, let me see here. How do I ensure the quality and reliability of the travel services I recommend? Fantastic question. We kind of talked about this earlier. The perks of hiring a travel agent is not just to have me book your travel. It's also to have me tell you which companies have done well with my organization or our group, our consortia, or whatever. We know who's bad. We know who's good. I'm never, ever, ever, ever going to put you in an organization or on a company in a trip where I know that vendor is unreliable. Unless you tell me, hey, that's who I want to go on. You're the boss. But I'm going to tell you, in my company's experience, we've had some issues with them. But if you want to do it, I'll do it for you. But I will point you in the direction, and I will give you options for the best choices for you. That's my job, is to find you the best, safest choices. And we talk about that kind of stuff all the time. There'll be companies where something really bad might happen to someone, and it hits our forum, and all of us know about it. And if you mess with us, you mess with one or two agents, you now lost 2,000 agents. So the vendors do their best to take care of all travel agents, not just ours, but all travel agents, because they have that reputation that they need to withhold. And I think that for the most part, it's very awesome, and a lot of them do a very good job. Okay. How do you help clients navigate travel insurance? Well, it's a sticky subject. I do not sell insurance. I have the ability to add on insurance to a travel package I sell. I do always recommend that insurance is added on. I do always recommend that insurance is added on to any vacation for any reason, either cash back or credit. You never know what's going to happen, and 99.9% of the time, it's not your fault, and you just need to protect yourself. Okay. What are some thoughts on sustainable and responsible travel? That's a really good question. It is something I have not gotten super into, but I do know that I have some agents in my network that are really, really hyper-focused on sustainability travel. And there are some places like in Costa Rica that have, I don't want to call them like resort farms, but there's like these sustainable resorts where you can go and you can learn things. My sister went and did one in Africa where she stayed, and she learned what they were doing, how they were recycling and reusing and all that kind of stuff inside their resort. And if it's something you're interested in, let me know. I will get with the people, learn what I need to know, and get you out on that trip, because that could be a lot of fun. Okay, one more question. What are your goals for your travel business in the next few years? I'll get real deep down and personal with you guys. My goal is to sell $1 million in travel. Right now, it's the middle of 2024. I've been doing this for 1 year. I am nowhere near that, but I'm going to be there. I will hit top producer this year if all goes well. And I'm hoping that by the end of 2026, I'll be at $1 million in sales. $1 million in sales will fully replace my 9-to-5 income. And that's my goal, is to be able to maintain this with my family and be able to do this from anywhere I would like, and not have to be here if I don't want to be. And that's my business goal. And I have no desire to grow a team under me. That's not what this is about. This is about, I may have to, but that's not what I'm about. I'm about building my business. And yeah, so that's my goals. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know we've been here for about 20 minutes, and I greatly appreciate it. If you have any travel needs, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. You can reach out to me at travelmationmichael.com or getouthere.travel. I would love to be able to put together a custom itinerary for you and see what we can do to get you out there. Thank you so much, guys. We love you, and let's get out there.